are your top pros and cons for locks? How did you make yourself feel beautiful during the starter lock stage? Do you ever think about combing out your locks? I'm done. Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel, Simply Kee Samone. If you are new here, I want to say welcome, and if you're returning, I want to say welcome back. Here on my channel, I make videos all about love, locks, and lifestyle. So if that interests you, then please consider giving this video a big thumbs up, leaving me a comment down below, and also do not forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on your post bell notifications so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video. And also do not forget to go ahead and slide on over to Instagram and follow me there at _Kee Samone. That is where you're going to see me posting on my stories. You can write me, ask me any questions, and let's just dive right into the video. Okay, so y'all, do not bite my head off. I know I have been MIA since I uploaded my birthday travel vlog, but let me tell y'all, life has been well, actually, I don't want to say life has been lifing. Life has been giving, okay? Life has been giving. So much has happened in between my birthday trip and right now, which I will share with you all in a life update. But for today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am doing my 4-year lock anniversary Q&A. Yes, your girl has hit 4 years locked officially on November 28th, 2022. 4 years. Where did the time go? I'm telling you, the only year that goes by slow is the first one. I promise y'all. So we are just going to have a cozy little Q&A. It's Friday night. Of course, y'all know I'm either drinking kombucha or wine, and we have our wine. Tonight, I am drinking the Black Girl Magic Red Blend. It is cozy. Granted, it's not super cold right now in Texas. It was cold a couple weeks ago, and I wish it would come back. But I'm vibing. I got the whole setup. I got my Christmas decoration. As you can see, I got my cute little, you know, decorations. I got my stockings up for me and Nye. I have, you know, my Christmas tree up, and it's just a vibe in here. I'm sipping my wine. It's Friday night. It's been a long day because I'm a working girl now. Again, save it for the life update video, but I'm gonna go ahead and dive right into these questions. Are too many ponytails bad for the lock foundation for my starter locks? It depends on the tension of the ponytail. I was active duty Army when I started my locks, so I did have to wear my hair up. I mean, I didn't have to, but I was working out and had to wear different headgear, like my helmets and stuff like that. So there was many times where I had to either pin my hair back or put it in a ponytail. What I used to do was twist the sides back really loosely, secure it with a pin, and then put it in like the loosest of loosest ponytails, just because I didn't want to create like extra tension on my starter lock. So I would highly recommend, if you do have to wear ponytails, or if you are choosing to wear ponytails, and make sure that it's just not, you know, super high tension. You don't want to do too many styles. I know it's really convenient to, you know, use those styles to keep your starter locks in place in the beginning, but just keep in mind the tension. Keep in mind the tension. What causes locks to just fall out? There could be so many reasons why someone's locks fall out. And I say that because, you know, people could have like scalp conditions, people could have lock thinning and they fall out, you know, from over styling or using super heavy products, having a lot of buildup within their locks. So I don't think that if there's like nothing wrong, I don't see locks just falling out. I mean, I know people who have fried, died, and laid their locks to the side, okay? And they're still hanging on. And not to say that that's a good thing, but what are your top pros and cons for locks? So just to keep it kind of brief, I'll do one pro and I'll do one con. I would say my one con would be lint and like debris. like just from clothes, sometimes from like bed sheets, or if you're like laying on a couch or something like that, like you can get like little pieces of lint and stuff in your locks. I would say that that's one of like the main things, but you can definitely minimize the lint with any time that I lay down. I make sure I put on like a satin bonnet, or I put on my satin scarf, or if I don't, I use a brush, a boar bristle brush, to brush my locks. That definitely gets the lint out, so that takes care of that. And for the pros, one pro that I would say is the get up and go. Now, to caveat on the get up and go, when you're in the starter lock phase, you don't really have like the luxury of get up and go. Like my hair was so loose in my, you know, baby locks. Like I couldn't just get up and go. Like I had to do something to make, you know, put myself together. But now, once your locks mature, the get up and go, priceless. Like I, you know, spray my hair down, lay my edges, and I'm gone. Next question. When my ends are budding, how can I keep them from looking so dry? I would say definitely, it's all in your lock moisture routine. You have to make sure that you're moisturizing the length and the ends of your locks just as much as you are your scalp. That's very important. Your ends are the oldest parts of your hair. So while they're budding, of course, they're gonna feel drier because they're a lot farther from the natural oils, which is your scalp. Your scalp produces natural oils, and then also the oils and like the products that you put on your scalp. The ends of my locks, I don't know, they've never felt super dry and brittle. They've been really scraggly at times when they were in the middle of their lock process, but just keeping them hydrated and then sealing that in with the oil is the best tip that I can give for you. So I'm 6 months locked. Can I do a detox wash? I would say it depends on the maturity of the actual locks. So the reason that I say that is because everybody has a different hair texture. 6 months for you looks a lot different for 6 months for someone else. So me, in my case, I definitely did not do a lock detox until, I would say I was almost at my 2-year lock anniversary. I think I was like a year and a half when I did my first lock detox. But if you do feel like you need to, I would say please try to wait until you have substantial budding and that your locks are in a state where they're not going to unravel easily. They don't have to be fully locked, but as long as they're not going to unravel. And if they do unravel, just make sure that you have a plan. If you do decide to go ahead and do your detox this early on, please just make sure that you have a plan. If you're not going to re-twist your locks yourself, make sure that you have an appointment for somebody who will. But I will say, just let your locks get through that first like maturing phase. I would say maybe in between 10 to 12 months. At this point in time, at 6 months, there shouldn't be too much buildup within your locks. You haven't had them for a long time, so you really shouldn't need to detox. Not really a question. Your locks are just beautiful. Thank you, girl. This is one of my AIT buddies. What are the pros and cons of being locked? I just answered that. How often should you do your edges? How often should you do your edges? So this varies. It varies in the products that you use, and then it also varies in how you take care of your locks. I do my edges very often. I'm an edges girl. Okay, I want my edges laid. Like if I don't have a retwist, like I don't have to have a retwist for like 2 full months, but these edges gonna be laid. Okay, like you might not be able to see the roots and the scalp on my head, but you will see these edges laid on my forehead. Okay. What I do to make sure that the buildup is not that bad is I'll take like a warm wet rag or a warm wet paper towel, and at the end of the day I'll wipe down my edges. So even though I do my edges pretty much every day, I don't ever really have buildup just sitting on the side of my edges. Really could do your edges every day. I do. That's all I'm gonna say. Just monitor the products that you're using and make sure that at night you add into your nightly routine to wipe down your edges, wipe down the extra residue, and that will definitely prolong you from having to, wash your edges or wash your hair from extra buildup. How did you make yourself feel beautiful during the starter lock stage? This is a very good question because I know a lot of people, they are scared of that starter lock stage, that baby lock stage, because it's a transformation. I had, my hair was pretty long when I locked my hair. I'll insert a picture here of how my hair looked when I started and then how it looked after I got my starter locks. So that was a big difference. Big difference. Although I did not always wear my hair straight, my hair was curly, so I was used to having a lot of shrinkage, but it's very different when you have starter locks, like the type of shrinkage. Like it makes you feel like a little kid. It kind of makes you feel, you know, just bare almost. One main thing that I did was make sure that I felt sexy in my outfits, or, you know, did my makeup, make sure I had on earrings and stuff like that. But one thing that I will point out is to take the time to digest your natural beauty. You can put on as much makeup as you want to. You can put on, you know, as much clothes as you want to, eyelashes, extensions. But I really feel like you should take the time during the beginning stages of your lock journey to just appreciate your natural beauty. Appreciate, you know, what you look like without, you know, a wig or a weave or braids or anything like that. Take the time to really enjoy that. I feel like that is a good opportunity to just work on your self-love. Accept the way that you're looking right now, and then just know that as your journey goes on and as, you know, your self-love matures and your locks mature. Sorry about that, y'all, my camera overheated. But I would say really just focus on finding self-love outside of anything else that you can physically do to make yourself feel beautiful, if that makes sense. That's part of the journey, really, is to embrace what you look like naturally. So if you know, without anything else, can't, you know, make yourself feel beautiful, or you don't look in the mirror and feel beautiful, then you know that that's something that you want to work on during that beginning stage. What are some hard no's when it comes to lock products, and why? This is a really good question. I would say waxes and anything that has alcohol, those are definitely hard no's. I can't say that I use all natural products. I try to keep like my shampoos and my moisturizers and what I retwist with natural as possible, as natural as possible. What I currently use to retwist my hair, that's natural. I think there's only one ingredient in it that's not. But if I can read and understand the product list, that's a big thumbs up. I think the only things that I use that are not natural at all are my edge controls. But that's just because I'm a crackhead and I can't not do my edges. Like, I don't know. I just can't not do my edges. Like I said earlier, you might not see the scalp, but you're gonna see these edges laid on my forehead, okay? But yeah, so I think anything that's wax, spritz, no. Anything that just feels very heavy, or the list of ingredients don't have natural oils anywhere. There's alcohol, there's parabens, there's phthalates, however you say that, okay? Just really taking the time to look at the ingredient list. That's how I determine what's a hard no and what's not. Child, not my camera overheating again 2 times back to back. Alright, Sony. Alright, Sony. You're gonna make me switch back to my Canon. Next question. Do you ever have bad hair days? I feel like everybody has bad hair days. Yes, the answer is yes. Do I have bad hair days? I wouldn't say bad hair days. I would say this ain't the look I was going for hair days. I don't see hair as being bad. It just doesn't look the way you want it to look. So I'm going to say not the look I was going for. It's not giving what it's supposed to give days. Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like we most definitely all do. No matter what we could have like our dream hairstyle or our dream type of hair, and you're still gonna have a bad hair day. So absolutely. Do you ever think about combing out your locks? If so, or pretend, what style would you be rocking? I actually have not thought about combing out my locks ever since I started my lock journey. Um, which is, I won't say that that's surprising. You know what? I'm not gonna say that that's surprising that I hadn't thought about it, because I wanted locks for like almost 10 years prior to me actually locking my hair. Like I had thought about like getting locks off and on since like middle school, high school. I liked locks, and then it's just always been like a fleeting thought. So I think by the time that I locked my hair, it was so ingrained in me that I wanted them that didn't even cross my mind. I was just so determined at that point that I wasn't thinking about combing out no locks. But for pretend, if I did comb out my locks, I can definitely see myself rocking some knotless braids, because those are hitting. You know, I can see myself on the beach, laid up with my wife, you know, with these edges laid, knotless sitting. I can also see myself, if I combed out my locks, I honestly could see myself starting over. I could see myself getting a TWA, to be honest. I've had very short haircuts before. Or, well, I wouldn't say very short haircuts. I had a shorter haircut before. I've had bobs. I've had the, y'all know back in the day when Megan Good had the like little shade on the side, little bangy bang, and then tapered on the neck. Yeah, I done had that. So I could see myself getting a TWA, having, you know, tiny, cute little curly fro, throw a couple products in it, ladies' edges, and keep it pushing. Do you ever plan on dyeing it back black? Absolutely. I love black hair. I loved my black hair, and sometimes I do miss it, even though I only have highlights. Sometimes like some outfits that I wear, I'll be like, dang, this will really come together a lot better if my hair was black. But for now, I am enjoying the lock highlights. I think the other color that I probably would want, which is a color that I was kind of going for, was like a more auburn color. Right now, I have kind of like a round, deep blonde color, but I really want like a auburn ginger color. Like that is what I really want. Maybe, I don't know, maybe summer. Maybe late spring, summer, I could do that. And then next winter, go back black. We gonna see, we gonna see. Have you ever cut or trimmed your locks? No, I have not, but I definitely do plan on doing that in the future when they get too long, because even right now when I wash my hair, they get pretty heavy now. Like even just in year 4, when my hair is completely wet, it's already heavy. So I can imagine what it's gonna be like 2-3 years from now. And I don't know how I'm gonna be like sleeping and like doing, you know, different hairstyles with super long hair. So I would say once my locks touch like, I would say once my locks kind of get here, like right above my belly button, I'm done. I would say under the boob. I'm not even gonna say belly button. I'm gonna say under the boob. That's where the trim is going to happen. Like it's just gonna have to happen. And then maybe even, shoot, who knows? Maybe even a bob. Little Bobbiana. Lock Bobbiana. Do you see more growth in your hair with it being locked versus before you locked it? Absolutely. Locks, literally, you don't lose any of your shed hair. We shed like, I want to say like over 100 strands of hair a day. Whether you really see it or not, I don't even remember. Actually, let me take that back. We shed a lot every day. I will say that. I learned that in cosmetology school. But with having locks, you don't lose any shed hair. So, you know, it's easier to retain length because you're not losing any of that extra hair. So most definitely, I would say yes. I definitely saw a lot more growth with my hair and locks. What is your favorite part of being a lock goddess, and any regrets? When I go anywhere, I feel like I have been wearing my locks as like a badge of honor. I know that sounds weird, but let me explain. when my confidence has just been boosted. I don't know what it is, and like you can call it BS all you want to, but it really gives you like a sense of confidence that you just never knew that you had. Of course, I loved my loose natural hair, always will. In the future, at some point in time, I probably will be back loose natural, you know, years to come. It's just a sense of confidence that they've given me that I did not have before, and I'm in love with that. That's probably my favorite part of being a loc goddess. Okay, so last and final question. Best advice for someone starting their journey this month. First of all, shout out to you, boo. We've already been talking on Instagram. This girl got a head on her shoulders and she's a boss, okay? But I would say my best advice is to be patient, not only with your locks, but be patient with yourself. The reason why I say be patient with yourself is because you're going through a physical change. You challenge your patience, you challenge your commitment, you challenge your self-image, you challenge self-love, your self-worth. You challenge all of those things. And I think along with having, you know, that patience with your hair while you're learning, you know, how to deal with it as it transforms and as it grows and as it locks, you also just need to mainly have patience with yourself. That is the best advice that I could give. I feel like, you know, everybody's always thinking about, you know, what products am I going to use? You know, when can I do this? When can I do that? You know, when are my locks going to do this? When are they going to start budding and locking? You know, people are more so focused on their actual hair. I would say be patient with yourself. You're going to have a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions. Like one day you might wake up and you want to comb them out. One day you might wake up and you don't want them anymore. Have patience with yourself. Let yourself feel those emotions, digest those emotions, and then take a moment to step back and then come back, and then you might not feel the same way. You know, don't make any rash decisions. You might regret them later. I feel like if I would have woke up one morning and saw, you know, that I was looking like, you know, maybe a little ragamuffin or whatever, but you know, if I made that spontaneous decision to go ahead and comb my locks out, I wouldn't be where I am today. So be patient with your locks. Be patient with yourself. Know that it's a journey. Know that, you know, there's different phases and cycles that you both, when I say you both, I mean your locks and yourself, are going to go through during this journey. And that's fine. Just know whatever challenge that you're facing in that moment, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and you might wake up tomorrow or next week and not feel the same way that you're feeling now. So just be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself and love the journey. Love the ups, love the downs. That's really it. Okay, you also, that about wraps it up for the Q&A. Thank you so much to everybody who submitted questions. I'm so happy that so many people are starting their lock journey. I mean, it's not for everyone. I understand that. And even if you do try it and it's not for you, I mean, that's cool too. I mean, a lot of people go through a lot of different things, but I'm just glad that I could be a beacon of knowledge and experience and share that with you all for your journey to come. One thing that I do want to mention before we end this video is thank you all so much for 6K. We have hit over 6K subscribers, and when I say we, I didn't say that on accident, because I would not have hit this milestone without you all, without your views, your comments, your likes. I'm just so ecstatic at the fact that I'm able to produce content that can help people, that they can relate to, that they can laugh with, that they can enjoy. I can't wait to see what this channel does in the near future and going into the new year. I'm just really excited. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below, and also do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Turn on your post bell notifications so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video. And also do not forget to slide on over to Instagram and follow me there at _Kee Samone. And also, if you do like this cute little hairstyle that I did on myself, because y'all know I'm self-maintained, girl, okay? stay tuned because that video will be up. Thank you all. Happy holidays. I will see y'all in more videos to come. I'm on. You want me home.